Hi friends, I have a beautiful word for you. Are you ready? Brunch. Oh, just the mere mention of it just puts a smile on my face. I am making brioche French toast with a citrus cream cheese. I started with a block of softened cream cheese and I just added some powdered sugar, and I will add a little vanilla bean paste, just a little glug, and then a little bit of orange juice. I'm gonna save some and just kind of check the consistency as I mix it. Some heavy cream, never a bad idea with any brunch menu. And just to really drive home the citrus, I'm adding the zest from the orange that I juiced. And now I'll mix this together, and I want to get a nice creamy texture. I think one of the reasons I love brunch is that there aren't really any rules for it. You can have it at 8 a.m., you can have it at 11 a.m., and it's early in the day, so you can really turn it into a delicious feast. I also like it when mimosas are involved. That's not always the case, but also brunch is so perfect for so many holidays, and you can totally change the theme of each one. Basically, you want to beat this mixture until it's really creamy and light and fluffy, almost like the consistency of whipped cream, but I can see those little flecks of orange zest in there. Oh my gosh, that means it is going to be good. So this is ready, and I'll just put that to the side and get to work on the custard for the French toast. I've got beaten egg in a shallow dish, and I've got a little bit more vanilla that goes in here, and some maple syrup just for little sweetness and really wonderful brunchy flavor. For this, I'm gonna do half and half. I used cream in the citrus cream cheese, half and half for the custard, and then a little bit of cinnamon, or a lot of cinnamon, however much comes out of your cinnamon jar. And then I'll just mix this together. Now for this custard, you can take it in any direction you want. You could do nutmeg and allspice. If it's like a Christmassy brunch, just add more Christmas spices to it. You could also add more orange zest or even lemon zest to the custard, just to really drive home that citrus point. Okay, I got all that excess cinnamon whisked in, and this looks great. So I'm gonna make the French toast on a countertop griddle, which I love. I don't have to turn on the stove for it. When guests come over for brunch, you can just kind of cook it while you talk to them. You can have them help. Interactive brunch. One of my favorite themes. Okay, I smeared some butter all over the griddle. First of all, just to avoid sticking, but also because butter. I don't really have to have a reason. So I'm using brioche and pretty nice thick slices, and I'll just dunk it in the custard, turn it over, and then let the excess drip off, and it goes right onto the griddle. And now I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the rest of the bread. I'll dip each of the slices in the delicious custard and put them on the grill to cook alongside the first slice. It doesn't take long, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices of French toast underway. I'll cook them for a couple of minutes on the first side. Man, it is smelling delicious in here already. Now I'll flip the slices over, then I'll give them another 2 minutes on the second side. When they're deliciously golden, I'll remove them to a platter. Oh, the French toast looks so good, but it smells incredible. I smell that vanilla bean. So I'm gonna show you how I like to serve it. I just made 6 pieces, but obviously you can just keep going with as much bread and custard as you wanna make. So of course, a little pat of butter on each piece. Yes, I think so. Why not? And then I have some warm maple syrup, or you can do pancake syrup, and I'll drizzle it on first. I'm pretty generous with the syrup because it starts to kind of get absorbed, and then it'll disappear, and you won't have enough on your plate to dip the little pieces in. I have thought this out. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, this glorious citrus cream cheese. Just get a big kind of dollop and it can go right on top and it just sort of falls and billows. Okay, and then I have some little orange segments and I'll put those around since this is a citrusy situation. But there are no rules, just put everything out and let your brunch guests do what they want. You can also have a little sifter of powdered sugar and dust it with that. But I mean, French toast. There's never been a more brunchy dish, in my opinion. Wow.